Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T, and on our show today, we'll have a picture here from the NBA, college hoops, NHL. And at the end of the segment, we'll have our parlay segment or player team prop. We'll let the captains decide in that last segment. But we're here with you every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So, guys, give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us build up our audience. And don't forget to subscribe to your channel because we got our live show. And then at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Rod comes back with the happy hour. You got to tune in today because today's training deadline. So you know what happens. Guys move. We have guys in and out of those lineups. So want to make sure you tune in to the happy hour to get all the latest lines, the latest ins and outs on the training deadline today here from the NBA. And we had some craziness as well over late night last night. We'll get to some of that as well. But let's get to the picks. Meet the cappers first and get right to the picks. Let's say hello, Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, Tony. It's digging out again. Love digging the snow out up here. We got a good 6 inches, so good pile to dig out this morning. I love it. It's like a free workout for you. It's just you get out, the dogs do their business. Especially after what it was. It was minus 40, so the temperature's 30 degrees warmer than that. So it's like warm. I could be out in shorts and a t-shirt, and people look at me like, "What's wrong with that guy?" And I'm just like, it's not bad out here. So 2 or 3 day on the slate of action. So losing day for me there. Let's bounce back and get
well, I had a feeling New Orleans would be busy in the trading deadline. We got one, and the Raptors. Ingram ends up at the Raptors.
Yeah, for what, a bag of balls? I don't think we lost a whole lot in that one. We'll take Ingram for a Liniak and a couple picks. That's good. Bag of balls.
He's on a contract year. He is on a contract here, so I don't know if the Raptors think they can make a playoff.
What position is he going to play?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. We got a lot.
He hasn't played much.
Maybe they're going to make a move. Maybe we're going to make some more.
I mean,
moves.
They got Barrett. They got Scotty Barnes. Where's he playing?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe we'll package a deal and get something else going on.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because Barnes is the guy of the future. If you listen,
he's the guy of the future, right?
That's
the guy of the future. So where he
he's
put
an all-star.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's a trade piece for today, right?
You never know. Yeah, we saw Schroeder get moved again.
Yeah.
So, that poor guy, man.
That poor guy had to pack up twice.
I think PJ Tucker was in 2 deals too. He's been traded twice in a week.
Well, he was upset with the Clippers because they wouldn't play him, and they haven't played him for who knows how long. PJ Tucker. I was surprised he was still on the roster this year coming in the league because he's mouthed off on the Clippers saying he's not getting any playing time and this and that. Well, he got moved. Yeah, some of these guys get moved twice there, and of course, that was the shocker there for me. I think in there, but they got the big guy. Let's say to Chris. Chris, what's going on? All heads spinning here with this NBA trade deadline coming up.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Yesterday was not good for me in the NBA, which is a little disappointing. But Spurs dropped it there against the Hawks. They couldn't cover even with the acquiring of De'Aaron Fox, and then the Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan show in Sacramento, they fell to Orlando pretty hard. So coming off of that day, just trying to, I've got a couple tonight that I like, but we're going to just tread lightly with the NBA until today is over, and then we can breathe once everybody's shuffled around, and just ready to get to it.
Yep, we may actually see the debut of Luka. Is that still the call here with Luka to play?
Saturday is maybe.
I see probable. Yeah, that was something I saw.
Playing tonight.
Yeah, It says probable on his status here, so that's interesting to see. And it's going to piss off. It's going to piss off the TV guys because they wanted him to start tomorrow. Because I know they moved their schedule Friday and Saturday, but we may see him there. We may see him in tonight. We'll see how that rolls. I think TNT has a game tonight, so they wouldn't be so upset. So let's say hello to Chris. I said Chris. All right, let's say hello to Sean. Sean, what's going on?
Not much, fellas. Morning to you there. 3 and 3 day in college hoops yesterday. 2-1. The package went 2-1. I went 1-2 at the end of the show, but tough losses there, man. I had Virginia Tech, and what's his name comes in to hit like 4 3 throws in the last like 10 seconds to get me there. And here, at the end of the show, Justin just saw it. Upstate in Detroit covered the whole game, and then they blow it at the end. I think it was a 4-point loser there for Upstate, and then Detroit loses by a bucket or a point. I mean, like I was telling you before the show, I'm going over my little system kind of stuff. That's where I'm concentrating. The NBA, I mean, get the hell out of here. How do you? I mean, Chris, you're an NBA guy. What were you doing betting last night? I didn't even look at even today. How are we looking at NBA today with all these crazy trades?
I don't know. I'm a crazy person. I got three bets on the site tonight. So.
Yeah, I'm outside with you, Chris. I'm out there.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen, God bless you guys. I've said it when I came in here from day one. Like I'll stick with a lot of college hoops volume. NBA, I don't get it. In December, I got guys on Twitter like talking about Dalton Connect like he's a second coming of Larry Bird, and now he's just a throw-in piece. I mean, what? Listen, good trade for the Lakers. They needed a guy in the middle. I still don't think it really moves the needle for them. They got the Thunder's the team to beat, folks. That is the team. Boy, after last night, are you kidding me? Holy cow!
Yeah,
everybody's looking up at them. Why? Them in Memphis. There you go. Chris's Memphis team. They're the future, and you got Houston coming up behind them. But
I'm just really glad nobody's touched us in Memphis. Like nobody's looking our way for trades. So let's just please don't bother us.
Yeah, don't bother Memphis. Don't just keep. Yeah, we're not answering any calls.
You haven't hit the deadline yet. No, don't open.
We're out of the country. We'll answer you tomorrow.
What are the Warriors bringing Jimmy Butler, who said he didn't want to play for him? They did not want to play for them?
Yeah, that was Durant who said that.
Oh, Durant said that. Okay.
Yeah,
well, Durant. Someone said yesterday in the comments, like, oh, this guy's calling Durant and LaFloppy soft. They are. If you got to get traded and just got to go to team hopping, you got no heart. You got no heart.
Oh, wow.
Zero.
This guy's crazy.
I mean, it goes back to what Pat Riley said, right? When you shouldn't quit on the team.
Are you kidding
Pat
me?
Riley, but that's the old school way of doing things, and the money's gone up a lot now. So
I don't like it here. I'm going to leave. All right, go home, you big baby.
I
mean, seriously, Kevin Durant, are you kidding me? He's flown under the radar for me. I bash LaFloppy all the time. Kevin Durant should be soaring to the top of that list of being a softie.
Well.
That's my morning rant for the NBA.
That's a morning rant there for the NBA.
He had Golden State beat in the finals. Draymond Green kicked the guy in the nuts. Totally changed the whole outcome of that game. Then he goes to Golden State to win it for the Warriors. Why? I don't know why. You could have stayed in OKC and won. And then you say, I want to go play for the Nets. Yeah, okay, yeah, good job there. Then you cry over there with Kyrie and Harden, and now you're whining, oh, we need more people here. Yeah, you build these teams and you suck. You suck LeBron. You suck KD. You're not GMs, and that's what I'm talking about. They want to dictate who comes in and out. Sully, they're not. LeBron has coaches fired. They draft his son, who should be playing in a YMCA league. Don't tell me he's not the GM of that team.
Yeah, he's 40 years old and still playing at a high level. I have to give him that respect.
No
one in my lifetime has ever played at that level at 40 years old. Even Jordan tailed down, Kobe tailed down. They all tailed down, except LeBron is still at a high level. Because someone will keep his body in shape and complete at a high level at 40. I mean, that. I've got to tip my cap off.
Yeah,
the league had to change its rule. The league had to expand the playoffs to get him into the playoffs.
Well, that's not LeBron's fault. How are you going to blame him for that? I wish they did. I wish they did, because if they didn't do that, they would have probably made the playoffs.
Yeah,
if you can't get your team to the playoffs when half the teams make the playoffs, how good are you?
They made it for money.
You're a compiler.
Exactly. They did it for more games. They did it for more games, not for LeBron. No chance. They didn't expand the playoffs for LeBron. No chance.
Absolutely.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
It was money making.
They made it in-season
because let me tell you,
no chance.
TNT and ESPN are suckers.
This Lakers ain't got to stop.
Yeah.
No chance. No chance that they expand the playoffs in the NBA just for, as you call him, floppy. Because he made some flops. So what do you call Mahomes? Is Mahomes floppy too? Because I've seen the floppiest of all the floppiest on Mahomes. I've never seen a guy dive. He was getting out of bounds, and he's like, "Oh, look, he's gonna hit me." He touched him with his finger.
No.
And he do a living flying leap.
You
out
heard
of bounds.
me say,
come on.
I want him in any quarterback tiptoeing down the sideline. I want him on injured reserve for the rest of the year. I want their liver
because
to
he's
be
the biggest
split.
floppy.
Yeah,
he's the biggest crybaby going in the NFL.
Let's go, guys.
We're just here solo.
Let's go. Let's move on the show, guys. Let's say Solo.
You want to build teams. They're not GMs.
That's right. All right, we'll move on here. Let's say so. I think Dalton Connect
learn how to work the refs. That's what you got.
That's what you got to learn.
They're not GMs.
Exactly what it is. And
I want to leave because we're not winning.
That's how it is. That's the way it is in the sports now.
It's the GM's fault to listen to LeBron. His job isn't to listen to LeBron and do what he says. So that's his fault.
One last thing I'm going to leave, and I'll leave the LeBron stuff. Flex Steel says, Don't respect. Listen, off the court, the guy is ideal. All shenanigans with people today, getting caught on the video, doing all types of nonsense. That's fine. The guy is ideal citizen. I love him. Perfect. On the court, get my coaches fired. I want fans ejected for making fun of me. I want to go to a better team. That's the kind of stuff I lose respect for him. And KD, the same thing. You want to get traded because your team's not doing well? Well, you're supposed to be.
I've sat courtside, and I've heard people talk crap, and some people deserve to get kicked out of the league. I have no problem with that.
Well, no, I think the guy should be able to go mouse in a pass.
I used to be a stringer. I sat at courtside recording, and I can tell you the fans talk a lot of stuff. They should be kicked out of these games. Let's talk. Let's say a little.
I'm looking at basketball at the guy.
Yeah. Fall back, Sean. Let me get this mic real quick. What's going on, everybody?
That's right.
Happy to be here. Been getting our ass kicked for about 2 days. We ready to bounce back, make some money. I was on Cincinnati last night. I had the under. They hadn't scored over 70 points on the road all season. They scored 90. Took that money from us. Let's get it back. Let's get to the bank.
That's right. And I will say this about Connect. So I think at the end of the day, it might be a good move for him because no one can shoot the basketball right now in Charlotte. I think it's going to help him get a second contract.
Who's that?
Connect.
Connect.
Oh,
Yeah.
Connect can play. He just fell out the system. We don't really have the minutes for him. So they required that to get a big body. I mean, where's he really going to play? LeBron's on the wing. Vanderbilt is back.
I think for a second contract, building up his equity for a second contract, I think it's a great move for Connect because, like we said, no one can shoot the ball right now with no Miller and Ball getting hurt all the time.
Oh yeah, he's going to get some shots for sure.
He's going to get some shots, and he's going to build a nice resume for his second contract. So at the end of the day, he's going to make more money from this move. He should thank the Lakers.
We might regret it long term, but short term, we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah, we got it. All right, let's get to the NBA, guys. A 6-game card. We'll start with Mavericks and Celtics here. Celtics have moved up to 10.5 in this one, total 231. Rockets and T-Wolves, we see this one now on the Rocket side. Rockets now the favorite, 1.5 here, total 214.5 in this one. No respect for this T-Wolves team in this one. Magic and Nuggets, we've got the Nuggets favorite 8, total will be 221.5. Let's take a look at these injuries here as we get it rolling today. It looks like Anthony Davis will be questionable here for Dallas. Lively, Martin, Powell, and Washington out for Dallas. Holiday questionable for Boston. On the Houston side, we got Smith and Van Fleet out. Springer questionable. Easton and Adams probable. In the Timberwolves side, we got Vincenzo and Randall out there for Minnesota tonight. So we got in Orlando and Denver. Orlando, remember, a back-to-back. This is a road trip that never ends. Orlando has Suggs doubtful. On the Denver side, Watson, Westbrook, and Carr are out. We get to start here with Rob.
Yeah, and look, both teams on the back-to-back. It was better with the Magic at 9.5 when they were giving us a bigger number. So a lot of people come in on the Magic after what they seen last night, and I don't know about that. Let's see if they can do it back-to-back nights. Can the Magic? Played a good game last night, or was Sacramento not playing a good game? We'll see here versus Denver. Both teams on the back-to-back. I like the over 222.5. We'll get some tired legs on both sides, and we'll definitely see some heaving up of the shots. We'll see if the Magic can continue that scoring that they scored last night, because we know what they've done on the road before that game last night, and that wasn't scoring a lot. So I like the over 222 in that matchup, and then I'm just going to lay the points with Boston. I just don't think that Dallas is when you trade your guy and you trade your star guy out, I'm sorry, but the rest of the team isn't going to be too happy. And how much motivated are they going to be like, yeah, we got AD. And as Tony alluded to, he's probably not even going to play this game. So how motivated is the team to continue driving forward as this Dallas team? To be Boston. I think they easily run over Dallas in that one.
They're from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in the Dallas-Boston game there. I think we see some points in that. Not much defense probably played. Houston, even though the line flipped, I'm still taking Houston in that one. I mean, they're 9-6 against the spread as a road favorite, and Minnesota's 12-15 against the spread after a win, so they don't really do all that great. But I'd still just play with Houston there. And Denver, Orlando, I'm going to take over 221. I mean, we just saw Denver drop 144 points on the Pelicans. I know they're on a back-to-back, both of them, but I still think it can get over that total for us.
And from Chris, on over to Sean.
I'm going to roll with the Mavericks here with the big points. Yeah, they're bad. I don't mind. I think they have a little pep in them today. And also with the Celtics, they just kind of play down. Look at the ATS record. Always heavily juiced. So give me Dallas there. The Rockets, man, I can't believe they're favored because Minnesota has been playing better. I mean, how about an over in that game? We'll go over 214.5. And you got to take the Nuggets here, laying it. Magic, a rare win last night, right? I mean, they've been terrible on the road, and if they come in and score a bunch of points, I'm not seeing that 2 in a row. Although probably the over might be a play there, like Chris said, but I would probably lean to Denver at home as well.
There from Sean, move on over to Solo.
Dallas and Boston, you guys know I hate the Celtics, but Dallas, they're missing a lot of pieces. I'm not sure everybody be in on this one. Plus, they're on the road. Boston has rest. I think the Celtics are going to roll them in this one. Take Boston -10. Houston and Minnesota. I had been on Houston pretty much all season, but these last 4 games, they've been struggling. Van Fleet is out. Sengun came back last game, but Houston probably needs to get back home. I'm going to take the Timberwolves on the money line to get this done. Orlando and Denver, I'm going to lay it with the Nuggets. I like the way they're playing ball. Orlando hasn't been great on the road. I know they got the win last night versus Sacramento, but like you say, what's that, 52-10? I think they'll struggle with this altitude and the whole 9. Let's take Denver to roll them -7.5.
Yeah, from Solo, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I agree with the move here on the over. I like Dallas and Boston over the total. Celtics 6-3 the over at home against winning teams. Mavs 11-4 the over against the East, 12-5 to the over as a road dog. And Dallas has put up some points on the road. Boston in their past 3 home games, averaging 114 points per 100 possessions here. And the Mavericks defense has been really bad here of late here over the past 5 games, giving it 50% shooting, 40% from 3, and 125 points a game. I could see Boston put up some points in this one tonight. I like the over as well. There, Houston and Minnesota. Yeah, I'm going to look at the Houston side. Timberwolves 0-5 the spread at home when line between +3 and -3. So these coin flip games at home, they're losing. This are not covering this Timberwolves team, and 4-10 to the spread here. That they've not been a really good home covered team. Rockets have been defending the 3-point line pretty well over their past 5. I'll look at Houston there, and I kind of agree here. I look for this Nuggets team to just run out this Magic's team. I'll lay it here. Nuggets 6-2 to the spread as a home favorite of 6.5 to 12 points. And also 7-2 the spread at home against these losing teams. I like Denver here, laying the 8.5 or more. Let's see, did that thing move? No, it's about 8.5. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Guys, we're giving you our free picks, but remember, our best bets are over at Tony'sPicks.com. So check it out. You'll find our leaderboard. We have leaderboards showing you the top performers in our industry. Many of the guys you see on our show, pretty much all of them are here on the leaderboards, like Sean, like Rod, Chris Atkins, tops in the NBA. Solo doing great work in the NBA as well. I'm up there as well, guys. So check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. No, I dropped one game. Someone asked if I was still undefeated. No, I dropped one. I was 1-1 in the NBA yesterday, hitting the over in the Suns and Thunder, but missing Sacramento, who was a no-show there last night. All right, let's continue on here as we take a look at the last 3 games on this board for tonight. We've got Warriors and Lakers here. We got the Lakers 7.5, total 222. Kings and Blazers. Portland now has become favorite 1. This has been the move. Kings open 2. I don't know on what world they figured Kings are favored by 2 in this one, but anyway, Portland now 1, total 229. Pacers and Clippers. The Clippers 5.5, 4.5 right now. 6 at circa right now. Wow. Pacers, Clippers getting some money here. Total 228.5. Let's take a look at the injuries here in this block. No Kuminga here for the Warriors. Butler has been tagged as doubtful. Santos, Moody, Jackson Davis, questionable. Remember, Golden State moved out some guys. We're not going to see Schroeder. We're not going to see Wiggins in there, so they will be impacted by depth in this game. On the Lakers side, no Kleber, no Wood, Vincent and James probable, and in dark green, likely to play, Luka in this game. So it looks like Luka was pointing to playing in this game today. Kings and Portland, Valanciunas doubtful. Thibault will be out here for Portland there. Remember, Sacramento in a back-to-back, so keep an eye on Sacramento throughout the day to see if anybody reports out in this game because they are in a back-to-back. Pacers and Clippers. Pacers, a clean injury report. They got all their guys today. For the Clippers, just Christie questionable. So it looks like we got 2 healthy squads going in that Pacers and Clippers game. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and in the Pacers and the Clippers game, give me the over 229 in that matchup. Just as you said, healthy squads going there. Way to get up and down the court in that one. We know the Pacers have picked up their defense a little bit, but not here in this one. It'll be a run and gun up and down the court type of game. Give me the over 229 in that matchup. And then I think the second half of a back-to-back for Sacramento and Portland, I like the under 230 in that one. I think we get some tired legs. It's the last game at home for Portland before they head out onto the road on Saturday. So I'm going to take the under 230 in that one. And I'm just going to watch the Warriors and Lakers as a fan, see how that one goes. Definitely not making a bet on that one.
Yeah, it's a little nervous to take a bet after we've seen some of these guys who got scores in the lineup not cover. So we'll see how that rolls there on over to Chris.
Right? Yeah, can't pull trigger on that bet there. No.
Yeah, definitely agree with the over and the Pacers, Clippers take the over there. Sacramento and Portland. Even though Portland's favored now, I'm gonna still ride with Portland. We've been cashing on them, and Sacramento did not look good last night with the addition of Levine, and just I don't think they've had enough time to try to figure it out and get practice in there and try to figure out all the moving parts. So just take Portland with the point there. And then I did a video on the Golden State Lakers. I rarely lay points with the Lakers, but I'm going to in this one, whether Luka plays or not. I don't know. I think that's a bunch of hype. I don't expect him tonight, but we'll see. I'd still lay the points with the Lakers in that one.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to lay with the Lakers. And Luka, I think that, they switched the ESPN game for Saturday against Indiana, so he's going to definitely play there. I don't know if he's going to play in this one, but I mean, Golden State's kind of depleted, right? They just traded guys away, and the guys they got aren't going to be suiting up, so that's just a stay away. Sacramento, I mean, Levine, what did these two guys win together in Chicago? That's right, nothing. I mean, they're going to be now all of a sudden going to rise and be some kind of great tandem. I'll take Portland. Portland just, getting it done under the kind of radar there. Young squad there. And the Clipper line, what? You had to take them, right? They just got embarrassed by the Lakers.
I think that's the thought. I think that's what the bettors are thinking here, from 1.5 opener to 5.5 opener, and everyone's healthy.
I mean, what the heck? Yeah, I mean, that's the only way I could look at that one. Clippers, and, we got to get that taste out of our mouth kind of game there. So give me the Clippers there.
They're not, and I will tell you the thing with that new arena, there's a lot of empty seats there. They're not selling the tickets. They're in that. Yeah, they're not selling. There was about 1,000 plus empty seats in that lake. No one's really been talking about this because the Clippers don't get a lot. As Solo will tell you, the Clippers don't get a whole lot of coverage or talk here in LA. It's all Lakers dominated here at all. But the Laker fans were like people. It got attention in the game because the Lakers came in town, and there's been a lot of empty seats in that new arena for the Clippers. So let's see. Again, it's a longer drive for many people to go out there to Inglewood instead of playing at LA. But it's a longer drive, and you're dealing with airport traffic as well. I don't know what people. I don't know. People want to take public transportation, and most of your games are at night. So that's another thing. No, Solo will tell you. No, they'll take public transportation. Not at night, guys. Maybe for the football games they'll go on Sundays, but they're not going to take public transportation at night in LA. I'll tell you, Solo. You can see Solo's reaction there. Let's go on over to Solo.
There's no concealed carry allowed in LA. You can't carry out there.
You're not going to go on those subway.
Either way, they got them.
I'm not even riding public transportation at night in Edmonton. After 9 o'clock, and that's in Edmonton, so much less LA after 9 o'clock. No chance. Uber.
So Golden State and the Lakers. This spread is kind of high. Golden State has a lot of bodies out. I think obviously the play is the Lakers only. The Lakers have been rolling the last 10 games. I want to say they've been getting the money 8 out of 10, 8 out of 9, something like that. We get into it. Guys, you got to remember, this is LA, man. We don't wait on the show. We are the show. Luka will be playing tonight. We can't wait to get him on the TV. The Lakers are going to destroy the Warriors tonight. Lay it with the Lakers. Sacramento and Portland, this is a tricky game. I'm going to stay on board until we lose one. Sign me up with the Trailblazers to keep getting this money. Indy and the Clippers, this is a funny line. I know everybody's on the Clippers. I'm on the Pacers money line.
There we go. From Solo.
Money line.
There you go. I can't argue that one. I'll look at this one. I could only look at the Lakers side. I can definitely bet it. We know it is rest advantage for the Lakers in the spot. It is a tough spot for the Warriors playing in high elevation, then coming back and playing the Lakers in this spot. A lot of cameras, a lot of Hollywood people. The word's going to get out here about Luka because he is in deep green here, like he's going to play. So you got the TNT cameras. So hey, the ESPN moved to Saturday. Why not? It'll be a second game. I think it'll still draw a lot of eyeballs, right? So I think you're going to see a lot of this with ESPN moving their games maybe even TNT moving their games to give more Laker coverage. But
we're gonna be on every night.
Yeah, pretty much every night now. And they're
Fade away.
Either way,
Fade away, Lakers, baby. Fade away when those two guys are on the court.
We'll see how that rolls there. And because, like I said, hasn't worked out with the scorers moving, right? We saw the Kings not cover. We saw the Spurs not cover. So we'll see what happens here with these scorers moving. I will also look here at Portland at a pick 'em. Again, look at this homestand for Portland. They've been home cooking all day, all night here, right? It's been home cooking for them. They've covered 10 straight and third time here in about a week or so where they've had rest advantage, where they've been the rested team facing a team on a back-to-back. So they've had some pretty favorable spots here. So the Kings have failed to cover 6 of 8. Look at Portland in their past 7 home games here, plus 13 net rating. And the Kings' numbers have been ugly here on the road here. Their past 6 on the road, a minus 10.5 net rating. I can only look here at Portland again in this Clipper Pacers game. I need to remind the bettors out there. Luka did not go to the Clippers; he went to the Lakers. So this line here. I'm going to take Indiana here plus 5. I think people might have gotten confused here when they see LA, thinking, no, it's not the Lakers, it's the Clippers, and they don't play in the same building anymore. So the Clippers have a different building, so they're going head to head here. So I'm going to look here at the Pacers here, 9-6 of the spread as a road dog. Indiana's won actually here. LA defense has been horrible over the past 5 games. Remember, they finished that road trip really looking horrible there at the end. Look here at the Pacers here, especially when you got a healthy. I've learned one thing with the Pacers: if they're healthy, fully healthy, I don't go against them.
And they're coming off a loss too, right?
Yeah, they're coming off a loss, and I know that Clippers was an embarrassment. That they sat the starters in that Friday because I had an over in that game. I had no shot because they sat the starters in that fourth quarter. Lou was like not going to have anything to do with that game. He said, no, sit starters, just play the backups, and they couldn't score. So
the Pacers are off an 89-point performance in Portland. They lost by 20. I mean, you score 89. That's not a good look either.
That was another.
Take the team total over tonight.
That was a back-to-back. So the thing with these NBA, you got to look at the schedule. So the teams are going to be in, especially these long road trips, you're going to be in back-to-backs, third game in 4 nights. This is a rested Pacers team now with full rest. So like the Pacers there.
I'm just, you guys are out in LA, right, Sol and Tony?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the Clippers. I'm like, oh man, who's like their guy, right? Nobody goes to the game. Norman Powell is their leading scorer. Who the hell is Norman Powell?
Well,
he should have been an all-star.
I thought that was the guy. I thought that was Schwarzkopf, second in command in Gulf War I.
Norman Powell has been a good player for them off the bench. He should have been. If it wasn't for Malik Monk, he would have been the 6th guy of the year because he
zero sexiness on this team. Who is on this team? Kawhi never plays.
Kawhi is starting to play now. He's starting to play
Harden's
now.
50.
Yeah, Harden's
there's no draw. Harden's come on.
If you watch the Clippers, they're probably one of the best coached teams in the league based on how hard they play and how well their defense is and how hard their defense plays in the second unit. Lou.
They got Lou, and then they got Van Gundy.
Van Gundy. Their defense is watch their games, and you'll see how well coached they are. Because Ivica, they got that rebounder, Ivica. He plays his ass off. The Clippers play their ass off. They don't match up well talent-wise with all their opponents, but when you look at hustle and how hard they play and how hard they man up, they play about the hardest of any team in the league.
Well, they have to because look at the roster.
Yeah,
it's an older roster.
Yeah,
and for being in LA, like there's just zero sexiness, right?
I mean, where's the name? It's been like that for ever since the Clippers. The Chargers are going to have the same problem. Yeah, they're trying. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to win titles in LA, or else you'll be the second fiddle.
The new arena is the sexiness.
That's the thing.
And look at the new arena. Look at that thing. It's shiny. They got the big jumbotron going.
And the parking's expensive. The parking's expensive. It's expensive to park out there by the forum. They dolled it up too, so they took away a lot of the parking spots. So you got to pay an arm and leg to park, and it's a mess out there to go to I saw Journey. I saw a concert. Who played up there? Journey, Def Leppard. I saw that on that area. And it's just, where's the parking? You got to park a quarter mile away and walk. It's a trip over there. But anyway, yeah.
No shuttle bus. Don't even give you a little shuttle bus.
They shuttle you from the public transportation. If you take public transportation, they'll shuttle bus. I'm not taking public transportation once the sun goes down in LA. Trust me, it's not going to happen. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. There we go. there on the faces. But yeah, the Clippers. Lou has coached this team very well to be out of the playing spot right now. I got to tell you that. All right, let's continue here on the Tony 6 Morning Show as we'll continue here to college hoops here, and in our first leg of our first block. We'll cover the game starting at 6 Eastern as usual, and we'll include the 5:30 Eastern game because we've got a lot of late night tonight. So again, I missed the Pac-12 schedule here on Thursday. I got to tell you right now, because some of these matchups on Thursday, I'm like, oh my goodness, where's the Oregon? Man, how do we get here? All right, but anyway, from the 6 Eastern all the way to including 8:30 Eastern, we start with Rod.
Yeah, we get games like this. We get Mercyhurst taking on Chicago State. Woo! Jam of a game tonight there in that matchup. Give me the Lakers, since the Lakers are all the talk. Give me the Mercyhurst Lakers. They're playing the better hoops anyways. That's the reason why they're favorite. So I'll lay the 1.5 there with the Lakers in that matchup. Hey, you can play a double Lakers tonight parlay. And then the one I like in the spot, where is it? I liked it better. Give me Monmouth here, taking on Hampton. I think Monmouth at home is the better team. I'll lay the 3.5 in that one. I got Monmouth winning by at least 8+ there in that one over Hampton. And then, you know what? Give me the Camels. Them Camels have been rolling right along. Taking on Elon should be a good game. Kind of lead to an over, but give me the Camels to beat Elon. You only have to lay a 1.5. I'll do the Camels in that one. A couple I like there in the early times. Like definitely not rushing the wind of a whole lot of college basketball today. Tread lightly.
Tread lightly today there from I'm missing my Pac-12. Let's move on over to Chris.
Just a couple. I didn't really focus too much on the college basketball today. More worried about NBA, but a couple I looked at today: Ohio State, Maryland. Take the over there. I just like that. And then Temple, USF. I'll take the over there as well. Temple's 9-0 against conference opponents to the over. So those are two I like there.
Yeah, from Chris on over to Sean.
So we're going to 8:30 here?
Yeah, we include 8:30.
All right. So big schools here. All I've been seeing today is Ohio State love. Give me Maryland here. Give me Maryland and the points +2. I'll go against the grain with everybody there. Especially I see a big article like Ohio State's primed to make a run. Sure. Maryland by like 15 today or something. And then I got a lot of my little smaller middies going on today. So I'll just roll out a couple. NJIT, small school, right out of the gate. Highlanders, old stomping ground here. It's down to 12.5 against Maine. Let's go. St. Peter's, it's come up a little bit. I'd like a few more points here with the Peacocks. But this is where it's really, for me, kind of hold your nose, really get ugly kind of nonsense. You take last place teams in these conferences. It's got to be done. Give me St. Peter's here. Also, I'll take Niagara, catching a 8-piece versus Merrimack. And let's go to one more off the gritter here. I go, the FDU make the cut. There's so many of these little guys.
It's a Sean Card for sure.
Yeah. We'll go FDU. I could get a 10 with fairly ridiculous. Let's go FDU here.
What do you think of Towson? That game's starting at 6:31. What? What?
Against Stony Brook?
I think it might be a little too many points there for Towson on the road. 8?
Anytime like that, I'm going to look to home dogs.
8 just seems too many. I think I like that one. I can talk myself.
This is a spot where these kind of smaller conferences kind of stuff, I like to just take road teams that are getting like, I want like 6 or 7, but I think it's been adjusted over the years. I've seen this come down where now we're getting 5s instead of 6s and 5.5s instead of 7. So I got to kind of look at the numbers. Let's talk about that yesterday with these kind of games. They went 4-5 yesterday in this price range. 2 losses we missed cover by 2 and 4 points. And then 2 that were like, right there went 1-1. So it's like it's tough to, I'm not going to bet any of these and wait till next year. You can't, because just the way the ratings and rankings go, you got to kind of do it all together. It's tough. That's why I got 8 games up today. So
well, yeah. And of course, New Jersey, we learned don't play them when they start games at 11 a.m. Don't take tech schools. Right? Didn't they play
School
school? They played 11. Yeah, don't take tech schools early because these nerds, they like to stay up till 4 in the morning on their computers. So be careful with those early starts with the tech schools. On over to Solo.
Yeah, I see a lot of people in the chat. We're not arguing, man. We just talking sports, trying to make some money. Nobody got a problem with anything here. We just getting to it. But Maryland and Ohio State, I'm agree with Sean. I'm gonna take the Terps plus the 2.5. I don't really like this Ohio State team. I think they'll struggle to score. I actually might look at take this total under 146. Sign me up with UMBC -8 over New Hampshire. New Hampshire, they're gonna get rolled. UMBC can really shoot the ball. They got good guard play. They'll pull away in the second half. Later -8. And La Tech and Liberty, let's take this total under 134.
There we go from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. I'll be looking at USF here based on their home court as well as Temple's lack of defense over their past 5. Sorry, Brian. I'm going to be on the USF against your Temple Owls. Temple over their past 5, giving up 49% shooting, poor defensive form here. They've not been a good defensive team in the AAC. So look them there in that spot. I'm with Sean here with Maryland plus the points. Maryland here, the Buckeyes, 4 home losses this year. That does not look good for a team of that magnitude, of that class. To lose to drop that many, and they don't defend around the basket very well. That's the issue there with Ohio
That's
State.
what's gonna get them in trouble right there, Tony. Because when you look at Maryland, you got Derek Queen, and then you got Julian Reese. They're gonna pound them blocks. They'll get them rebounds, get them second chance opportunities. Look for Maryland. They probably win us on the money line.
There you go from Solo as well. I look for Liberty to run out Louisiana Tech. Liberty has just been on fire in the class of the Conference USA. You look at this Louisiana Tech team. Sorry, Solo, but when they've been on the road against good teams, they were pounded by UTEP and New Mexico State. So I'm sorry to go against their La Tech team, but I look at Liberty there. They look to be the class of Conference USA. All right, let's continue here. On New Mexico State will always give you trouble. All right, let's continue on here on the Tony Morning Show as we'll close out college hoops here with the games from 9 Eastern all the way to our closeout, the 11 Eastern time. Well, look good. They're not sending any of these East Coast teams to 11 Eastern time again tonight. So no, they gave them a little break from that. But, man, look at these schools playing today. I don't see one major conference here after 9. It's been all smaller ones.
Come on, they're all major conferences, fellow in college basketball.
That's right. They're all. There we go. In college hoops.
This is in your back. Come on, we got Big West out here.
I know that. Big West, WAC. We got WAC, WCC. Yeah, that's what we got. We got Big Sky in there, too. Yeah, Big Sky going to get some action. So this is, like I said, this is a Sean card, no doubt, especially the late night slots. Let's get started with the rock.
Oh, this late night card.
This card is kind of gross, but let's get to it.
Yeah. Looking at it, there's a couple I like here in this late night card. I think I might be going back, taking one step back, but give me St. Thomas heading into South Dakota State, taking on the Jackrabbits. They just played. Tommy's got the outright win at home. And now you're going to give me 4.5 points with the Tommies on the road in a rematch here. Jackrabbits aren't going to win by 4.5 points. That's coming down to who's got the ball last again. So give me St. Thomas plus the 4.5 in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at is give me the Dons. Give me San Francisco plus the 5.5 against St. Mary's. I don't trust St. Mary's on the road laying that many points. I know they played a little better on the road, but that's too many points. Give me the Dons plus the 5.5 there, a little home dog. And then one more I'm looking at. Where is it? Give me the Tritons. Give me UC San Diego. I'll lay the 11.5. If UC Riverside isn't hitting threes, well, they'll be in for a long, long night. And I think that's what they get. I think their threes will be ice cold. And UC San Diego rolls over Riverside by 50 plus. I'll lay it with the Tritons there.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, the Big West final will be UC Irvine and San Diego. That should be a pretty good if it ends up that way. Should be a pretty good Big West final.
That's the way it should end, right? It should be a good one, though.
That would be something. There'll be a lot of people if Irvine loses. There'll be a lot of people that want them in. Let's go on over to Chris.
Oh, yeah, the only one I'm looking at this one, Oregon State, Washington State. I'm going to take it over. I mean, Oregon State's 9-1 against conference to the over and 5-0 in their last 5 games to the over. So that'd be my only one there.
From Chris, on over to Sean.
All right. One, like Joe said, we ain't arguing. We're having fun. I mean, we got LA guys in here. I'm going to tease them with LaFloppy. And just wait for you New York fans when another month and a half comes, I start bashing Judge, saying how that's a terrible contract and he's trash.
What about Alonzo? They just signed Alonzo, the Mets.
Good for that. Listen, I'll tease the best guys. They're superstars. They're gonna come on. We're gonna have fun in here. All right,
Yeah,
at least I am. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
These guys laugh. They have a good time. We want to have a good
We're
time. here.
joking.
Yeah.
We're not. Nobody's mad at anybody. We're not mad.
Like I'm going to get it. So the guy every day in here, this guy's giving out 2 money line dogs every day. Like I'm going to get mad at this guy. This guy's my hero here. Money line. Come on. Let's go. All right. So here we go. I'm not just going to take these money lines because be like, this guy's insane taking Lindenwood Lions here as an underdog. But yeah, we'll go Lindenwood. Gonzaga's like 19, right? I got a future on Gonzaga. Like early in the season, I'm like, man, these guys look good. No way. I'm not, they're off a loss. I don't care. I'll take Loyola Marymount in almost 20. I'll take it.
23 now. Circa.
22, right?
22 and a half.
23.
Wow.
23 at Circa.
23. Nice.
Circa at our home at our bed pass spot where we hang out on every August.
This was 19 last night.
Yeah.
It was 19. I'll take that. You give me extra points. I'll take it. San Fran in the points. Give me Sacramento State in the points. But where else we're going down here point wise?
You're gonna have to call your runner at Circa there, Sean, to get that 23 though.
Yeah, and you know what, Tarleton, that's kind of outside the parameter. Seattle's a little better than the my rankings say, but still, you're going to give me a bunch of points here with Tarleton here. I think it's a where's Tarles at 9. I'll take 9 with Tarleton here as well. So. Like these smaller conferences.
There we go. Here from Sean on over to Solo.
Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I don't love this late card. I think it's a little gross, but I'm gonna sign me up with the Dons plus 5.5. I think they'll find a way to sneak in the back door versus St. Mary's. That Gonzaga line has got a little too far away. I'm gonna stay away from that one. Sign me up with UC Davis minus 4. I think they roll over Long Beach State. I don't think the Beaches can keep this one close. I think they get rolled. And I agree with Chris. Washington State, Oregon State. Let's take the over.
Yeah, from Solo there. I'll agree with here with the Dons here. 14-0 straight up at home, where they shoot 49% and allow 40% shooting. This is a pretty good conference at WCC. You got St. Mary's in there, Gonzaga in there. You also have the 2 Pac-12 schools, Oregon State, Washington State in there. So I'll look at the Dons as well in that spot. Also, I'm going to be looking here at that's the one I like the most in that spot here. I was looking here. Actually, I'm going to look at Asheville laying the points here. The defense is pretty poor for Gardner-Webb, and they're not a very good offensive team. So I'll look at UNC Asheville late here at home against Gardner-Webb in that late spot. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we get ready here for the NHL. We'll see what Solo has for sale over at Tony's Picks here. Solo has put together good numbers in the NBA. Solo, what you got going over at Tony's Picks?
Guys, we're a little light today. We're gonna take it a little easy until tomorrow. Once this trade deadline passes by, and then we'll be back firing pretty strong. Obviously, we got the Super Bowl and other things coming up this weekend. So sign up with me short term, long term. Pay me one of the good cappers. We ready to roll. We get into the bank. We starting to see the board pretty good. So sign up with us. Pay me one of the good cappers. Let's roll.
So we're all here with Solo at Tony'sPicks.com. He'll have a package up there for you guys. Also get on board with these long-term passes. Great value there. Remember, all the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. And don't forget our promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off 15% off all packages. Link in the description. So go ahead and get signed up over at Tony'sPicks.com. Get signed up with Solo if you would. All right, Solo, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great afternoon, morning, and we'll talk with you later.
Appreciate it, Tony. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, chat.
Later, Solo.
Later, Solo. Hello here on the Tony's Morning Show. All right, let's continue on here on the morning show as we get ready to flip on over to the hockey for tonight. And we'll knock these off in 2 blocks. All right, well, in this block, we'll cover just the 707s. We got Hockey Club and Blue Jackets here. Hockey Club, $1.51, total 6. Capitals and Flyers here. We got the Capitals on the road, $1.44, total 5.5. Senators and Lightning here. Lightning here will be favored $1.50, total 5.5. Golden Knights at the Devils here. We've got the Devils $1.06 on both sides here, total 5.5. Over to Rod.
Yeah, and look at this one. It's one of those mornings where you definitely want to tune into the happy hour because I know what I gave it last night, and going by these goals, nothing's. We got one guy confirmed, and it's not even the guy that I figured was going to be playing for Philadelphia. All the rest of the goalies, none confirmed. So it's really tough to make it's like trying to give you a prediction on a baseball game with no pitchers. So that's basically what you look at when you look at the NHL slate and you have no goalies and you don't know who's playing in net. It's like trying.
Well,
to
I think it's more important because goalies play the whole game. The pitchers play half
goalies
the game.
play the whole game, right? Pitchers they do 5 innings and then the next guy comes maybe 3 at the best. So it's tough here with no goalie report. But what I'm looking at here is what do I expect? You look at Philadelphia now, that's confirmed. I thought it was going to be Urson, but it's not. It's Fedotov. So Ivan Fedotov, yuck. That guy's been awful. He's given up well over 3 goals a game. So even if Charlie Lindgren goes for the Washington Capitals on that one, I like Washington there. You pay a little bit of juice, but I think you can chase the puck line with Fedotov in there. So give me the Washington Capitals on the puck line in that matchup. And then you look at it's a rematch from Ottawa and Tampa Bay. These two teams just met, but Tampa got them on the back-to-back spot there for Ottawa, so they took advantage of the Ottawa team on the back-to-back spot. Well, now they're rested and ready to go, and it'll be Allmark's second game. So give me the Ottawa Senators in that matchup to get their revenge in what's going to be a lower-scoring one, lead to the under 5 in that matchup.
We're going to ride on over to Chris. I'm sorry, on over to Sean. That's right.
Yep, I'm going to say same with Ottawa here, right? The little back-to-back spot, they get their way. But then these other games, I mean, Utah, you think, okay, here's a good spot for them. First game of road trip. Columbus is coming home after a road trip, but I got to lay like a 160. No thanks. Vegas lost a couple in a row. Jersey's coming back from the road. I guess an over in this one. Right? I mean, they're going to be – we got to score some points here, get some goals. I mean, 1-2, 1-3 in a 4-game losing streak. You know what? Let's go Vegas money line here. We'll take Vegas just to win this one. They've dropped 4 in a row. Bad spot for New Jersey coming back from the road there. And Carolina's in this bracket too as well, right?
The next bracket. Next one.
All right. No, all right. That's it for the other one then. I'll save my Carolina 2 cents.
There you go from Sean. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Nix Morning Show. Giving you our free picks. Remember, visit our site at tonysnix.com to get our best bets. All right, let's continue on. Next up here, we got in this slot, we got Hurricanes and Wild. The Hurricanes, $1.88, total 5.5. Panthers and Blues. Panthers, $1.63 on the road, total 5.5. Avs and Flames here. Another road favorite here, Avs, $1.60, total 5.5. Another road favorite here, Maple Leafs and Kraken. Maple Leafs, $1.58, total 6. And an all road favorite block here, Canucks at Sharks. Canucks, $1.87, total 5.5. All home dogs, all big road favorites here in this block. Let's go over to Rod.
Yeah, and you look at that spot, right? Look at St. Louis. Well, look at St. Louis first. They tried to beat the Oilers, but no luck in that one. The Oilers got them in overtime. Got up to a good lead, but other than that, St. Louis hasn't been good. I lean to the Florida Panthers to get the job done in that matchup. You look, the dog has covered the puck line in that series, so I'm going to take Florida in regulation in that one. Maybe even take the Florida team total over. St. Louis has been giving up 4+ goals, so take Florida over 3.5 goals in that matchup. Probably the better way to go there. Give me the under, Carolina and Minnesota. I'm expecting Gustafsson to get the start for the Wild because Fleury started last time, so Gustafsson is the better goalie in Minnesota at home. Plays lights out defensive hockey. So does Carolina. So give me the under 5.5 in that matchup. And then Toronto and Seattle. You look at what Seattle's been doing, and they're not been playing good hockey. 4-5. They've lost 2 straight hockey games. They battled Detroit, tried to get a win there. Didn't do it. They've been at home for 4 games. This Leafs team, they're battling 500 coin flip price at best in that matchup. So Seattle's lost 12 straight night games. They're just struggling. I would have to go to the Leafs there in that one, even as the big favorite. I'm going to chase the puck line. I think Toronto wins by 2+. They are the better team in that matchup. A couple I like there. Need some more goalie news on some of those other ones late. It's like there's no goalies when you got nobody in. It's tough.
Yeah. How do you fan on a shot on a shootout like a Kraken guy did?
Like, right?
How do you fan? Oh my God. How do you fan? That's crazy. No one's defending you, and you fan on your shot. That's incredible. On over to Sean.
You try to get too fancy is what happens. You try to move the deke, and you get way too fancy. and then you lose the puck.
Rough.
You can get up and dance if you want, right? It's okay. You can do a little dance. You want to get up?
That's bad luck, I think. There you go.
Got to add some dance moves to the show. I can't dance. Just like I can't do hockey. Listen, I am 10-9 on the site with hockey, folks. And just on the year with my hockey, 19-20. So I don't pretend to be some kind of hockey expert. I don't. I could say I'm soccer. I don't kind of I try to find winners, yes. Doesn't mean they're going to win. I look at this window, and I'm a volume kind of guy. You see my college basketball, you will see that in Major League Baseball. Being how I am, I look at this, and I put in the chat. This would just be a bunch of dog spots for me here. We're home dogs all over the place. I mean, Florida's a good team, but, line looks a little short for me as bad as St. Louis is, and they've been losing at home. I would just look to take dogs here. I'm not going to pick and choose them. I would just say grab them all. There's 5 of them. When you go 2 and 3, you're making money tonight. I'm not. I won't. Will I be playing in these? No, I'm not playing hockey tonight. I have a lot of college basketball, but I see this kind of stuff, and any kind of angle I like I said before, it'll be a road trip first game versus guys who are coming back. They're all hodgepodge together now. So, what do we got? We got how many days? 10 days till they go on break for a while, and then it'll be nice. They get that refresher going.
They get 10-day vacation.
Yes,
that's coming up.
So then, that'll be. Then it's like the playoff push. So hopefully a little better spots there. This one here, I can't just pick one.
12-day vacation. 12-day vacation.
12
days. They go. The last game will be played on Sunday, and then they don't return to the ice until February 22nd. Will be the return of the ice. So 12-day break.
It's the week after the NBA. After the
and with this. I don't know. You know more, Roger. More hockey. Do you got teams? You got guys here maybe kind of checking out with the break coming up? Like, maybe they'll be getting traded. Maybe it's
they can't be in the facility, or else you lose a draft pick. There's certain in the rules. The facilities have to be closed for a certain part of that of the vacation days. No one. They lock it up, right, Rod? For about how many days do they lock it up? Because I know somebody just got fined the other day for flying on a day when they weren't supposed to work, right? They're very
Yeah, the NHL Players Association has these rules in effect of saying, hey, you can't go into the facility on these.
It was a Christmas break, right? During the Christmas break, somebody got fined.
During the Christmas break, they want you to take that time off, and they're like, you need to take this time off. Go spend it with family. Some guys, well, they don't have the family. They don't want to. They just want to continue to grind and work away, right? Well, no, you can't come in the building. You're not allowed. Get out. You're not allowed.
Yeah.
So they set a specific time when you're on that time to take the vacation to make sure you get that rest. Yeah. So that way you got to have the rest of the guys on the ice when it comes game time.
Yeah,
you don't see the NHL sitting out their star players when they go into, say, Columbus. Even the guys in Columbus want to see McDavid on the ice playing hockey.
Wasn't Toronto the team that took a team flight on Christmas, on one of the Christmas vacation days?
I think it was Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver.
I think it was Vancouver that they took a flight. They weren't supposed to take a flight on one of the Christmas days. They got a big fine for it. No, you're not allowed to fly from here to there. It's Christmas. Take a break.
So there are certain days in that vacation where they cannot do any team activities whatsoever. The entire facilities have to be bolted shut. Nobody in the building. That's how it is in the NHL. They like that,
So what they do is the team gets together as a big giant family. They all go to someone's house and they'll get together, have a big meal, and they eat together, and they'll work out together in their little home workout rooms. Because I've seen some TikTok shot and some Twitter shot of teams that have got together. They still get together as a team, just not in the facility. They don't let you.
Yeah, they don't let you. They've got to be bolted lock. And I know they do road trips where they take the fathers and they take the mothers, right, Rod? They do stuff like that.
Yeah, like they do. They do mothers road trips. It's mothers only road trips, fathers only road trips, and they bring all the dads come along on games and watch their kids play. It was great. It was like. Hockey is really family-oriented. Hospitality is huge. Just think what Gretzky did back in the 80s when the Cold War was going on. He had all the Russians in his basement. He all invited them all over, and Walter was cooking dinner for the Russians, and Gretzky was in the basement. They were all drinking beers and with Gretzky and his family back in the day. Gretzky remembers that because they weren't allowed. The Russians and the Canadians weren't allowed to get together to have a drink. No, you can't do that because it was all Cold War era. Well, Gretzky did it. He invited all those guys into his basement, and they were having drinks, and his parents were cooking, and Walter was cooking. Good times. Yeah. Hockey's one big family. As much as they hate each other on the ice and they beat each other up and hit each other hard, when it comes to it at the end of the day, that's why they're shaking hands.
That's the great uniter to sports.
Yeah, you never see them go in the other locker room looking to start a fight. You don't see that.
No.
That's like an NBA, right? You see these guys want to come to blows in the NBA sometimes. Yeah, so there you go. We got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay segment, peripheral segment, with the Captains give out a parlay or a team or player prompt, game in the future. I know we've already got some season totals from MLB already, and what players and catchers. I think we'll report next week, the 13th. Am I right? I think it was Valentine's Day is what I heard. Well, we'll see. But anyway, let's get to the parlay segment. We start here with Rod.
We're going to take the Washington Capitals on the money line. We're going to throw in the over in the Magic in Denver game, and then give us the over in the Pacers and Clippers game. A little three-teamer for you.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'll give you a three-team in the NBA overs. Dallas, Boston over, Denver, Orlando over, and Pacers, Clippers over. I had 4 birthdays in the NHL, but I can't find any goal scorer stats on any of those guys. I know they're all the teams are playing, but I can't find any goal scorer stats on any of the books, so none of that today.
Yeah, from Chris on over to Sean.
All right, we're going added game central for our guy Justin out here. He loves it. 1 and 2 yesterday. Team total for OKC got there, but Upstate was the loser, so was Detroit. 35 and 19, still about 70% with these picks. Again, I say don't parlay them. Just straight them up. Let's go. FDU plus 10. Bellarmine, there is an 11.5 at Circa I'm seeing, but basically 11's everywhere. And last one in the drink here. Let's go Western Illinois, some Leatherneck action plus 8.5. There you
go. From he likes these small comps. Some people call these the trash games, but there's money to be made in these games with small markets in them. Rod, Sean's looking for the winners. All right, I'll tell you what I like.
Yeah. I like Bill doesn't know we sell picks. He came in my chat like, "Oh, you sell picks?" Oh, yeah. I mean, what are you doing in this chat? You guys don't know you guys sell picks over here too? I mean, come on. Your free picks are different than your premium picks. I can't give every premium pick out. You don't go to work for free, do you?
There you go. I'll give you here in mine here. I like the Don San Francisco plus the points. Also looking here at the over in Maverick Celtics, and I like the give me the Pacers plus the points. I'm still scratching my head on this 4 to 5.5 line move. At Circa right now it's 6. So call your Circa runners and get over there. BOL at least have some sense here at 4.5. I'm up. I shouldn't say that, but the line is really, really stretching there. And that I mean, they're betting this game like they know what's going on in the team hotel. That's how I look at it. All right, let's continue on the Tony This Morning Show as we get ready here for the see what the Captains have for sale over at Tony's Picks right now. We'll see what Rod's got going on. Of course, Rod has put together a really great 2025 as he did last year here on the site. 2,422 units of profit. Rod, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
And for sale over at Tony's Picks, I've got my NHL sniper play of the day going there. So definitely scoop that up. A nice little run in the NHL. I also got my NBA drop a dime play. I'm doing well in the NBA action as well. And then I got another NBA play. I'm just going to put that together into my top triple of the day. It's going to come very shortly. As soon as the show ends, I will have that for you. So within 3 minutes, that 3-pack will be at my top 3 plays of the day. Definitely scoop that up. Or better yet, go long term. That way, if I find something late, you'll get that emailed right to you as a late Steam play. So definitely jump aboard. Hit the link in the description. Get you right on over to Tony's Picks, and you can see how we've been doing. On a solid 2025, everything's in the green. NHL, college basketball. What else we got? We got NBA. So definitely jump aboard as we continue to have ourselves a good year.
That's right, Rod in the green. You can see the great results there. All documented results over at Tony'sPicks.com. So get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. You can see the one-day passes here, long-term passes as well. Remember, all the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. So get on board with that. That's on the long-term pass because it's sold at a discount instead of paying per pick. You get a really good value there when you buy the long-term. But you make the call over at Tony'sPicks.com. We get on board with Rod. All right, let's take a look and see what Chris has to say over at Tony'sPicks.com. Chris is a top unit producer in the NBA, so leave the NBA alone there, Chris. Sean. so we got right now, Chris having a great year in the NBA right now, approaching 1,600 units of profit. What you got for sale there over at Tony's Picks?
I've got a 3-pack in the NBA today. I got a best bet, 2 premiums, wrapped them all up. And a little 3-pack for you guys. And yeah, you want to use the promo code TonyT, save you 15% off of those packages. And then, yeah, how about something with 2 for 1, man? 2 people putting money in your pocket makes sense. How about something long term so I can get you that late steam? You get that email to you. Line movements and everything. We're seeing a ton of line movements with all these trades and everything happening today. And so I want to keep you up to date with that. But yeah, just hop on something with me long term. You'll get everything through the Super Bowl. Friday's a good day to get the 3-day because you'll get all the way up until Monday. I put Monday's plays in on Sunday. So yeah, just hop on something with me and let's just we're gonna hopefully hold our nose today and see what happens in the NBA, finalize these trades, and then we'll get back to business tomorrow. Doing a little bit better, but yeah, we're gonna just take the 3 we got today and hope for the best. And I think they're really good plays. I don't think their trades are affecting them, so that's kind of the direction I went to. But yeah, we're just gonna keep trying to crush the NBA here.
Yeah, cover the NBA every day. Read the tea leaves. You know what teams are going to make moves, what teams are won't, and that's where you roll here. You know, I'm with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the great results from Chris. All sports combined. You see the green across the board here. 3-pack from the NBA. Best bet on the board as well from the NBA. Of course, on the 1-day pass, or you may opt for the long-term passes if you would. You can see Chris from a 3-day all the way to 1-year all sports pass. You're going to apply the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 15% off. So go ahead and get on board. But Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. Link in the description, and of course that promo code TonyT at checkout knocks off that 15% off there. All right, let's take a look here. We'll see what Sean has to say over at Tony'sPicks.com. Sean's pretty much been a unit leader over at Tony'sPicks.com for the year. You see them on the leaderboards up there. Look at these results right now. 2,983 units of profit, all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. We're putting the cappers, handicapper pages here on their site. You can do the same thing and go visit the site. Go to Sean's page. You'll see all the results documented. Sean, what you got for sale?
Yeah, just some trash plays apparently in college basketball since I'm doing so terrible out here for my guy Bill. You know, college hoops for me, fellas. That's what I'm doing. There you go, right there, 97. That's you see the wins there. That's where I kind of focus. But NBA and hockey, small winners. That's if I find something, we're gonna try to take a stab at it. But listen, you got Chris out here doing a lot of NBA. You got Solo. I'm not huge into NBA. But again, you can do 2 for 1s, find guys that need support. You want college basketball? There you go. I'm having a nice run here. Well, it's the entire season. It's not. I remember we've been here for a little over a month, but college basketball season overall has been good to me, and that's what we're going to focus on. I got a game 7. I'm going to just be adding up a package shortly. I was trying to finalize. I get a little nutty now. Like I was just telling in my little diatribe earlier. I got a bunch of games I'm looking at. They're kind of fitting the bill. Do I add them? Do I just hold on to them for a minute instead of loading up 15, 17 games for today? It is what it is. I suggest get a weekly pass. That way you don't miss a single winner because I might add a couple later in the day. That's right, guys. Yeah, bro, Sean, you can see that 7-day All Sports Pass will include Sean's Super Bowl winner. When you get the All Sports Pass from Sean, all this hoops played, hockey, NFL, get on board. You can see the results from Sean. Fantastic. Approaching 3,000 units of profit for the year. You can see the green across the board here. I know he picks on the NBA, but still showing a profit. Picks the NHL, still showing a profit. So that's what matters, right? The ROI. Don't worry about the win percentage, especially on these money line sports. It's about you've been at this a long time, Sean. We've seen guys that go out there and tout records here, but it really comes across as the ROI. Yeah. I mean, especially, hockey, you got baseball, a lot of dog stuff. You're taking plus money. And even in college, if you're going to do some plus 110s, 120s, if you're doing a minus 130, they add up in the ROI. It's nice. People like those huge ROIs. Hey, if you're taking dogs and go, 200 in NBA or hockey, and you're dogging up 380 of them, you're going to have a pretty good plus money year on the season. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Plus money there on sports. And that's a baseball. We're looking at our chops for baseball here, not too far away. So get on board here with Sean O. Red Tony's Picks. Get his 1-day pass or the long-term pass, or whatever you do. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off with their over at the side. All right. I'll let you know what I've got up there. Yeah, my perfect streak came to an end with thank you, Sacramento. But I'm not going to cry over 1-1 over the past 17 in the NBA. I've been smoking the NBA right now. I've got a best bet on the board, also working on a package as well for you here over on the site. Get on board with me. Of course, we do have a 2-point capper promotion. You can match me with your favorite capper here on TonySpeaks.com. I do have my best bet from the NBA up on right now, so get on board with that. But again, match me up with the 2-point cap promotion and use the promo code 20 at checkout to save that 15% off. Remind you guys that we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time with our morning show. Tune in today at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Rod will be hosting the happy hour. You want to tune in because today's a trading deadline, so there'll be moving parts, and Rod and company will try to make sense of all the trades, get you the latest lines, who's in, who's out, who's depleted, who's got the full rosters available to them. You got to find that out here at the happy hour at 5 p.m. Eastern. Rod will have all that information for you.
And those are the goalies. We've got 18 teams on the ice, and we have one goalie listed in those 18 teams on who's playing on the ice today. So it's sometimes that's what I do. I'm reading the tea leaves, as Tony alludes to, that sometimes you got it on who's coming up next in the goalie. Some teams on the back-to-back, and sometimes that goalie played last time, so he's going to play this time. So what we do here, we try to forecast who's going to play, especially in the NHL. I use all my contacts to say, hey, who's playing tonight? Come on, man. Give us some. Let us know earlier instead of this last-minute thing. Stop being like the NBA.
Yeah, well, we're going to get the morning skates. We get the shoot-arounds. And we'll find out the
exactly. So definitely tune into the happy hour. We'll get all that information for you.
And of course, not only that, also, Rod, on our on-demand channel, you're also contributing to the on-demand channel on TonySpeaks.com with lots of hockey and more.
Yeah, definitely. I got you covered on all the hockey today, so definitely go check those out on all the games. So I'll give you the tea leaf predictions on some of those with the goalie wise, but most of them come pretty good. I'm very good at telling you who's going to be next in the goalie order of things. I'm going to say we're hitting well over 90% on the goalies at the start. It's just the odd one that pops out of left field, and we get changes there. But otherwise, we're doing pretty good there. So definitely go check out those videos. Lots of content there for you.
And that's the benefit of covering these sports every day, is you learn how to read the tea leaves. that's what.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You get into a rhythm, how these teams roll. When the teams put their goalie in, they take these spots. Sometimes you can even. Sometimes reading the lines, the times that we've seen these lines where you're like, hey, why is this Winnipeg Jets line? Why are they a touch light? I'm like, oh yeah, Comrie's coming, right? Yeah. You can just tell by sometimes looking at the line going, hey, why is this team a little bit light? And then you go right going to me looking at it going, hey, I think their backup's in there. That's why the line's light.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll see a questionable tag, and you'll see, well, he practiced yesterday. He's moving the right direction. Those are some of the little things you could do when you read the tea leaves. Of course, I know Chris. We also produce content over on the on-demand section. What do you got there, and your plans for the week?
I got you guys 3 videos today in the NBA. Like I said, we're trying to tread lightly with getting through today, this next 24 hours with the trade deadlines. But the 3 I've got out there have pretty good leans on everything, and so yeah, I've got just those coming, and then. Just more NBA, and then SEC college basketball videos as we get those games in. So yeah, we'll just continue to put out the NBA and just keep trying to read these tea leaves, trying to dredge through these trades. Hopefully we get through them today and get over it, and we move on to the All-Star game. And so we're just going to keep covering that.
There you go. And of course, Christian, just rewind the video. We've already covered the college basketball. We kind of did it in segments here: NBA, then college hoops, and NHL, then the parlay video. So you came in a little late in the stream. Just rewind it back. You'll see we've been at this for a while. All right, Sean. Of course, Sean contributes here for us on the morning show.
Morning show guy. That's me. Dinner time, but sometimes I do comment in the section, and not as fun comment in the section when I get everybody riled up about LeBron James or whoever. You know, maybe I got to get more into hockey. Who's ever the big hockey guy, I'll start teasing him too eventually, I guess. But,
look coming. We know Luke is coming, and then Luca will be the one that'll be coming pretty soon. Oh, hey, look at him! Look at Luca. You know, it's not too much.
I'll tell you, I'll be fading. You know what? I have 19 NBA games. It'll balloon up to like 30 because I'll be against the Lakers every single time because they're just going to be so juiced up as a favorite. It'll be ridiculous.
And of course, I think the Dodgers season win total is 115, right? That's just what I've heard around town.
No, it's like 104 or something like that. I'll still go under it.
You go under
115.
Oh, wow. I heard someone say 115 the other day. Maybe they were doing an extendo. Someone was doing an extendo.
Yeah, because again, like last year, they thought they were going to challenge the Yankees in Seattle and the best, most wins of all time. They couldn't even get a franchise record. They needed the World Series just to get to their win total. I mean, I'll take their under win total again. I'll take it again, no problem.
I would wait because that's just going to go up if they during spring training with all the attention. You think it's going to go up, or maybe that's just a market of sharps only play.
What's it at? The last I saw was at, it was at 103.
104.
103 and a half. Is that to 104 now?
I thought I seen a 104. But
I'll still go under. You're betting on that team to stay healthy again.
No chance. Yeah, no 100 wins.
Okay, they bring in a guy from Japan. He looked great in the World Games. Can the rest of the staff stay healthy? You got guys who pitch 5 innings and they get hurt for 2 months out of the year. And their best players are a year older. Betts is older. Freeman's older.
Yeah.
Listen, it doesn't make it Ohtani. They're not going to suspend him for betting on his own game, so he'll be there short of him getting hurt. Really, the guy bet his. Did you see that? He
did bet on his own games. It was his interpreter.
Interpreter.
They said his interpreter doesn't have a gambling problem. Really, you lose $30 million, you don't have a gambling problem. If he doesn't have a gambling problem, the people coming in here doing 10-leggers every day and looking for teaser, all this stuff, they definitely don't have problems losing $5 bets. If a guy who loses 30-something million, if somebody else's money,
I want his bankroll, Sean. Can I have his $30 million bankroll?
That's a line.
Imagine you lose your brother-in-law's bankroll. You lose all his money, all your money, and then they're like, you know what? The guy doesn't have a problem. No, he doesn't have a problem.
No, it's everybody's money, right?
And then the umpire just got kicked out of baseball, right? Because his buddy, was it his buddy or significant other? I don't know. I don't want to get into that part of it. Was sharing his betting account.
It's funny because they showed his ratings. He was like a top 3 umpire in the league.
I know. At best, number 1 at balls and strikes. Number 1. And one of the younger guys in there too, so
so it wasn't rigging games.
It wasn't rigging games. It wasn't rigging. He was sharing, and that's all, sharing the betting account. So that's
said one game sticks out, a Colorado Rocky game where he had a bad game and Colorado won 4-3 as a road dog in Arizona.
Wow, that's very rare. They win as a road. It's a home dog.
It's very rare the Colorado wins as a road dog.
They win on the road. Well, but that's the thing. Like, oh my goodness, Colorado won on the road. Of course, anybody who had Arizona that day thinks it's fixed. It's gonna be, it's fixed this day.
Yeah.
Well, if it was the Padres, if they beat the Padres, it wouldn't have been because the Rockies beat the Padres whether it's a home or away.
Yeah, they take care of the Padres.
They take care of the
Arizona game.
An Arizona game. All right. That's going to do it for the Tony Six Morning Show. Guys, remember, if you ever miss a live show, just go to our YouTube channel, hit the live tab. You can watch the replay. And if you need help, like Christian, who missed our college basketball something, just go to the replay section and watch it back if you would. That's going to do it for the show. We're going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning night. Tune in to Happy Hour at 5 Eastern. We'll talk to you later here on the Tony Six Morning Show.
Take it easy.